Alright, so today I'm going to be showing a tutorial for Jimmy Skip Out of Bounds as requested by Anonymous. This is not going to be including getting on top of the roof because you're better off recording your own attempts and sending those in the Discord to get more individualized help. You can obviously do the same for this, but I feel like this part is almost easier than getting on top of the roof. So, anyways. So cheat table I'm using. This is Holmes cheat table, which can be found on speedrun.com page or in the Discord. It's got all kinds of different things, like so many useful practice tools. It's very worth installing. You do need Cheat Engine for it. There should be a link, I think, on the speedrun.com page. There should be. Anyways, if you want to just skip getting on top of the roof, like actually having to head stomp, you can always just type in your own coordinates. So for the player X, if you just press enter, and then you can type each into, like, say I can type 2 right there and it'll move me. So if you want to just like copy these coordinates to just skip having to head stomp, then feel free to. But yeah, we're going to be making extensive use of the debug mesh viewer because this will tell you or show you all the invisible walls. I guess you can't see them from here, but I'll get into this for a second. So first to start off with, we have getting to the actual out of bounds part. So as you can see here, there's a wall right here. If you try to run into it, you can't run it. I guess you can probably run off like this, but optimally, you're going to be coming up from about right here. So you want to kind of take a curve and then jump sort of towards this tree right there. So you can run like this, jump towards the tree. I like to hold left in the air. And so while we're here, there is this like little block of collision. I don't really know. You just need to sprint into it and jump into it. You'll get caught on it as long as you're not facing, like too far to the right. You won't fall off or anything. So you'll just run up into it, jump to get over it, and then we're gonna run. There's a little pocket here you can get caught on, which is really nice. So you can just keep running into the wall. You'll get caught right here, and then we have a huge gap. We have to jump. Also, I would recommend making good use of the save position cheat. There's actually, if you go into advanced cheats, you can save 2 positions at once. So you can have your probably main save position wherever you are in the skip and have your second one at like on top of the roof, perhaps. Whichever's easiest for you. And so yeah, we have a gap here to jump. I'm gonna save my position right here. So if you try, you'll just walk right off. So you can't do that. You gotta. So once you're in this pocket, you can kind of run left. I feel like sometimes you get caught. So you can kind of get caught right here, but I wouldn't trust that. So what you want to do is you want to aim right and then buffer a jump, because buffering the jump, it gets you caught on the ledge. It won't allow you to run off. So you can run into this pocket and then just jump across like that. And without the mesh, you can see where the climbable, or I guess the huggable wall is at the very beginning. So as long as you turn over and see that, you can probably just run like this and then turn over, run like that. And so once you're right here, you're safe as long as you just stick to the wall. And then you're going to get to this. You can see there's like 2 different walls here. You can even see without the mesh on. You can get stuck right here. You can sprint into it all you want. Save my position here. We're going to be using this to get to, if you look right above Wolf's head, that little platform right there. We're going to kind of use this as just a place to keep yourself stuck. So you can kind of see where the spot is. It's like right where those 2 sort of walls meet. So we're going to aim for that, and you're going to do a wall jump and kind of drift to the left. So what you want to do, aim over there, and then, it's I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it really, but you just want to aim, I guess, more left in the air. I guess that works. So, like, trying to come up with a visual cue. Maybe aim for about the middle of this wall here. Aim for about, like, there. Jump into it, and then wall kick and hold left. You can get, like, if you hold just left and not W and left, you can get what's called, like, I guess just a side jump. And that might take you a bit too far. So I would recommend holding W and left. See, like that. Just... So you get a vertical jump. There was kind of weird. I was able to just go through it with holding right, but that shouldn't happen most of the time. So yeah. So you want to jump there, like that, then bam. You can see you made it. You're getting stuck if you move left. And now this jump in particular, this is probably definitely one of the trickiest parts. So what we have to do is we have to make it to this other side, okay? But we don't have anything out there to jump off of, so we have to use this wall right here, like what I just jumped off of. Yeah, we have to use this wall that's in front of you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna aim for, you're gonna aim for the edge of the wall. Now, what I like to do is I use my camera to aim for like 99% of these things. It just is easier for me. So I aim out, I instant kick. Oh geez, let's see. It's difficult, but I instant kick. And I hold left the entire time. As you can see, I get a vertical jump, which allows me to just make it over to the other side. There's also another method where you can dash off this little ledge, but I was never able to make that work consistently. So, yeah. I find this method way easier. But yeah, I've tried the dash method a lot, but it's doesn't work for me. So yeah, you want to just aim to the right. Here, I can try to do it with out collision on. It's oh yeah, see like that. It's kind of just like a shot in the dark. And if you mess it up, you'll be able to tell because you fall into the void. See there, I got it. It's like it's pretty much impossible to see. Oh, right there, I made it without having to take a wall jump. That's pretty nice. So yeah, I would definitely recommend practicing this one with mesh on, like for most of it, and just getting the muscle memory down. So yeah, and then once you make it to this side, you can just take a normal jump. Here, wait, let me see my position there. Oh, jeez. See, like, this jump is really annoying in particular because it's so weird. Okay, same my position here. You can just jump across like this, and without the mesh, you can see there's a door here, so you can just kind of jump across like that, and then you'll get caught in this corner. And this is where it gets tricky again. As you can see, there is an invisible wall right out here. Don't ask me why, but there is. And you can jump off that wall. So how I like to do it is I run into this wall, I just hold right, I sprint into the wall, and then I am gonna press S and jump. And hold S and D until I reach the wall. So I'll try to show you what that looks like. Oh, I got a delayed jump. That's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Okay, so. And then you kick off. So. Oh, I guess it's actually not even that. Wait, what wall was I looking at? It's not even that red wall. Oh. It's actually a closer wall. I don't know why I thought it was that red wall. Okay, you can see this purple wall. Yeah, that's much closer. Dang, it's so hard to see, to show. I guess I can go over again. But yeah, you hit like the very edge of this wall. Let me set my position here. And then you have to immediately kick off the wall and hold W and A. So you curve. So yeah, here's the purple wall that you have to jump off of. And you're gonna land right by this little wall. So yeah, so hold D into the wall, sprint, hold S, jump, get to the wall, wall kick, hold W and A. All while keeping your camera in like roughly the same spot. I'd recommend not really moving your camera. So yeah, I guess I can show what that looks like without the mesh on. So you can look down and see where you are, where you're stuck. So bam. Then you make it into this little corner, this little pocket. And then, so once you do this, you can walk along until you see this mound of snow. When you get to the mound of snow, don't walk too far forward because there is a gap there. So what you're going to do is you're going to run until, I guess, you reach about this second spot of grass. And then you can just jump over, clear that gap. And then this is another invisible wall jump. Here, wait, let me see if I can see the wall better from here. Yeah, so it's this pink wall we're going to jump off of. And we're going to make it around this big wall by jumping off that one. So, oh, see, right there, you can just walk right off. So what I like to do is I sprint into this corner. And then I'm going to turn my camera to the right. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing where, here we go. I'm going to flick my camera, jump into the wall, and then hold left again. Roughly something like that here. Let me show you. Oh, okay, that didn't work. I didn't aim out enough in time. So aim like that. I'm going to hold W and A again so I can curve back onto the platform. So I guess you can hold just A at the start and then you want to hold W again. So aim out. I guess it just depends on really how your trajectory is looking. Oh geez. Okay, I guess yeah, you can curve too much. Yeah, so I can show what that looks like without mesh. Yeah, remember these walls are just invisible. You literally just cannot see them for whatever reason. As you can see, there's nothing out there. So sprint in here, aim out, then bam. Tricky jump like the other ones. Yeah. As you can see here, there is another little invisible wall. So once you get here, you can just walk into this and maybe walk. So you can probably walk into this, then walk back a few steps, and then jump to the right to this tree. This tree is going to be your visual cue for this next part. This next part is very tricky. So down there on the blue is where we need to go. As you can see, there's a wall here preventing us from doing that. But you might think like, oh, why can't we just jump right like that? Oh. Okay, I guess you can actually just run right off, but... Huh. Well, that's pretty fancy. I actually didn't know that. There is a thing, though. You can... So if you do try this method, you can go too far to the left. I guess that works. That's how the case for any of these methods. But I'm going to show you... What I was going to try to show was that you can get caught in this and you're stuck. Like, as far as I know, you can't make it. yeah, like you're most likely just gonna get stuck and not be able to go where you want. So what I normally do is I run into this tree, kind of on this left side, and then I turn and look and do a jump. Oh, after a little while, you want to hold left and make it like that. Yeah, it's pretty hard to see exactly where you're going because the collision doesn't match the texture. But yeah, I guess you can just, if you really want to, you can just run right off. Which is really fancy, I didn't know that. But yeah, obviously you run the risk of just falling right off, but that's the case with any of these, so. Yeah, anyways. So once you make it down here, make sure you stick to the wall, because if you walk barely off, you're just plummeting. And as you can see, there's some water. Well, I guess you can't tell it's water, but there's water. So we're gonna jump into it. Here, I guess I'll show what this looks like. So you kind of get to you see this edge of this wall. You can just sprint to that and then jump. Then you'll make it into the water. And then you're gonna just swim, stay close to the wall, and then you'll get caught. Oh wait, this is not where you want to get caught, actually. You want to go a little bit further. I guess you can see where you would normally be able to grapple, like after killing Lone Shadow, after you make it out of tutorial. This is where you'd normally be able to grapple, and this is where the game stops you in the tutorial, but you can get caught on this wall. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make it over to this little pink area. And so what I like to do, you can actually, oh, shoot. Okay, my position is not far enough back. Let me save my position here. You can make it down here, but I personally don't like this. So what you're gonna do after this point is you're jumping up here. As you can see, I'm in the abandoned dungeon now. So yeah, our goal is to get to this platform. But what I personally like to do is jump around this wall. I'm still in the water. And so that, like, right there is where I was before. But I'm still in the water here. And what I like to do is like to wall kick off. That just works better for me. But if you find that going down here works better for you, then yeah, go ahead. So you can just kind of jump like that. And then I guess you can make that up pretty easily. I thought you had to do an extra jump, but you don't. Oh, it took me to the wrong spot. So I can show what this looks like without mesh. So the way I like to do it, stay in the water. And then you're just going to kind of aim off to the right here. Don't really have a visual cue for it, but you're going to jump like that. And you'll know you did it right when you're standing and you get the abandoned dungeon text. So then what you're going to do is you're going to run in this absolute mess of textures. You really can't see anything. It's just impossible. So I would recommend just getting the muscle memory down for, or with the mesh. What you're going to do is just run down here. You're going to jump and bam. You've made it down to the abandoned dungeon. Here, let me... Oh. Okay, so once you get here, yeah, without the mesh on, it's really difficult. But I guess you can kind of see where, if this line is on the left, this wall, then you're facing the right direction. So you just run this way, jump, and then bam, you're at Shichiman. And then whenever you get to this point, I have his AI frozen, so I think he's kind of bugged. But he's going to be shooting his terror balls at you. Yeah, I think he's bugged. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do a thrust attack through the wall. because his terror balls can hit you. Now I could probably try to show that all in one go. Here, let's see. Let me load a save real quick. Try to show that all in one go without any of the collision or anything showing. Okay. Up here, gonna save my position here. So at the start, take a little curve, jump towards that tree, run until you get stuck, then you jump, then you run until you get to this pocket. You know where you are because of the wall. So you can run to this pocket, turn right, jump across the gap, and run until you get caught on this wall. Then aim right, and then do a wall kick off. Then, oh, be careful not to move too much, I guess. And then you have this tricky jump where you want to get a vertical jump. But once again, this is definitely one of the hardest jumps in the skip. The whole out of bounds. And then jump across here. Land here, you can look down to see where you are. Sprint into the wall, hold S. Jump off that wall. Run to the grass, jump across. Run into this wall. Turn your camera, then hold S. Or A, I mean. Oh. A lot of it will probably just have to be muscle memory because it's very hard to see anything in all of this collision. Jump over to, and then you can either sprint off or like I like to do this. Hold left for a little bit, jump into this water, swim until you're at the end here, jump across, jump up into abandoned dungeon. You see the wall on the left, then jump into this wall, and bam. Oh, and he's active now, so I can show you what's supposed to happen. Bam, you die. And then you do your force quit. So, that should be about all there is to the out of bounds part of Jimmy Skip. If anybody wants maybe a little tutorial on how to actually get on top of the roof without just making your coordinates, ask and I can try to give tips. So, yeah. Anyways, if you have any questions about what I showed, make sure you join the Discord, ask in the Discord. That would be the best place to get help. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and bye.